Friday is finally here. My favorite day of the week for multiple reasons, but one of the big reasons is Haikyuu Season 3. So episode 2 is finally here, and I gotta say that episode was too short. Why? Just why can't we have an hour-long episode for every fucking episode of Haikyuu? Because that's just how good it is. Now, obviously, I know why, but just, the point is, I enjoy this series so much. When I sit down and watch it, it sucks because it ends so fast, because I'm just so entertained by it. I mean, I just finished it, and I felt like I only sat down for 5 minutes, and it really irks me. It really irks me how much I enjoy this series. And it really pains me when I have to wait for next week for the next episode to come out. But getting off of that, though. So, one of the big things about this episode is a person that Kurasuno is currently facing that uses their left hand to spike the ball. Now, at first glance, this doesn't seem to be something that would be that big, something that big of a deal. After all the things that Kurasuno has faced throughout their, journey in this series, you think someone using their left hand wouldn't be that big of a thing, something that big to overcome. But in reality, it is. So, let's kind of talk about this, do an analogy. Let's just say you had a routine, okay? Everybody kind of has a routine. Let's say you got up every morning, you went downstairs, upstairs, whatever, you got a cup or whatever, and then you got a glass of tea, maybe coffee, whatever. You just did that. That was your morning routine. And for some reason, when you got your cup of coffee, you always used your right hand, you sat it on a counter, and then you pulled it off with your right hand, and then you maneuver in a certain way. It's just like it's a certain pattern you do with your body. It's the way your body moves. And when you get into this pattern, if something happens to fuck with that pattern, it throws you off. Like, here, let's throw this out there. Let's just say normally your cup is to the right of you when you grab it, okay, in the morning. But for some reason, the cup is to the left, and if you were to try to grab it with your right hand, you would have to turn a little bit more to grab that cup to the left. So usually you would have to swing over with your left hand to grab it. You understand me so far? So when it comes to a person using their left hand, it fucks up your rhythm when you're used to constantly fighting people that use their right hand. It fucks you up because the way the spin of a ball comes in, it's completely different from the, someone using a right hand. Or the way it comes in at a certain angles, it's just completely different. And the way it feels when you hit it, it will definitely feel different. So it fucks up that rhythm, that feeling you constantly felt when you were constantly hitting back balls or grabbing a cup that was on the right instead of grabbing it on the left. The point stands is that someone using their left hand can really fuck with your senses and fuck up with your rhythm of how you play a certain game. If you're used to playing a certain way and someone uses this different tactic that you're not used to, it just messes you up and you're like, holy shit, what the hell is going on? So I like the realistic aspect of this episode of Haikyuu, showing us that even if it's something very tiny and minor, someone using the left hand, it can be very colossal in scale in terms of, I guess, potential on the, the court. Someone using the left hand when you're normally used to fighting someone with the right hand, that's crazy. So, Kurasuno right now, they need to be able to kind of get in that rhythm. They need to get into that vibe where they can kind of feel the left-hand spikes and understand how it feels when it comes in. But this is the big thing that they need to remember. One of the big things that this team might be doing is to trying to throw off Kurasuno, getting them used to the left-handed spikes, but then fuck them up when they start using right-handed spikes so much, it'll fuck up that rhythm. If they go back and forth, it's going to throw people off. It's like, doing stuff like certain ways, like you do like let's say a straight ball throw, straight going head on, but then all of a sudden you do a curveball, and when you do a right side curveball, you just do these constant curveballs aside, it throws off your rhythm, because you don't know what's going to happen next, and you're constantly thinking and slowing down your reaction time to hit that ball. So that's what's going on with Kurasuno, why this is so hard for them to fight back, and why it feels like it's currently a curb stomp against him, which in reality it's not. Once they get a feel for it, they kind of get in the rhythm, I think everything is going to turn out fine. But one of the big deciding factors in this match is going to be stamina. I feel like before everything is said and done with this match, it's not going to come down to true skill. Like, I mean, yeah, actually, it's going to have some skill, but it's not going to come down to just that. It's going to come down to the human body. It's going to come down to how long can you last until you literally start making fuck-ups. You start making these mistakes constantly, because as you grow tired and the match continues to carry on, you're just going to get worn out. I mean, everybody's human. Everybody wears out eventually. No matter how good you are, no matter how skilled you are, no matter how much you train, everyone wears out eventually. And so, with this being, 5 rounds constantly going on, it's going to just continuously drag on and tire everyone out. And so, we're going to get to see who could really stand up and last when everything is said and done with this match. It's going to come down to stamina over anything else. Now, one thing though is this match is not going to be easy. Even if they manage to overcome the left-handed spikes, it's still not going to stop the fact that the other members of their team is very, very strong. They have a lot of potential, a lot of strength, and are not someone you should completely overlook and think they're not going to do much. They are very strong individuals too. So Kurasuno right now, it looks like they are in a very bad spot, but I feel like since they're a team that works on, coordination, they work together constantly, and they're constantly trying to improve themselves, I feel like they're going to overcome what's going to be thrown at them, and they're going to realize what tactics they need to use. For instance, to improve themselves and change and evolve while the match continues on to progress. So, overall, the episode, very good on that regard when it came to the spikes and stuff like that, left hand, and how we should, look over the other members of the team as well, because they are also very powerful as well. I mean, look at the end of the episode, that cliffhanger. So, I mean, yeah, just a lot of surprises in this week's episode of Haikyuu. Very happy to see it back once again. I know I said it last week, but I'm just so happy to see Haikyuu back with Season 3. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How'd you all feel about this week's episode of Haikyuu? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.